Okay, it's the 23rd of the 1st, 2026. I haven't made any videos in a fair amount of time, say 8 or 9 months. Now there was a lightning strike. After the lightning strike, this roller door motor wouldn't work anymore, so it has to be replaced. This was from Bunnings. I've got the next one from Bunnings. The next one has the same layout, but it's got some type of nice blue colour. This one's called Home Entry. The new one's called Chamberlain, but it's the same model, same shape and everything. Hopefully this is going to be a better quality video. The previous video was a little bit low quality. I've got a new camera, a new computer. Now, what happened, the mistake was with installing the previous one was that I backed off the U-bolt holding the spring tension, which is the opposite side to the motor. I do have a couple of, well, I've got one previous video of the installation of this motor that no longer works, and I've got short versions of that video to save time for viewers. So I'm not really sure why I backed off the U-clamp on the opposite side to the motor. There'd be a reason for it, but I'm not really sure now. Maybe the reason was when I backed off this U-bolt here, maybe this tilted a bit, giving me the impression that it would back off or maybe spin. Okay, so I got into trouble. I lost spring tension. There's a video out there that you can find, probably on the thumbnails near this video, of how to rebuild that spring tension. So the plan is to support the roller door. This is how I've got it supported on a ladder. I'm going to get a tension strap. I'm going to go around this way, and I'm also going to go up and around the joist here, so I can, first of all, so that it's contained and it won't drop, and also I can adjust the height if need be. That's the plan. I had a plan last time. Didn't go so well, so let's just hope that this time everything goes okay. So yeah, I've got it supported. I'm going to support it with straps. Then I intend to undo the U-join, make sure that it's stable, remove the clamp, take the motor off, put the new one on, put the clamp on, and reverse everything out. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So the ladder and the blocks are supporting the roller door. The roller door is stopped from turning within with this ratchet strap. Goes over the top, down through here and through that one. Also, there's a bracket, a metal bracket at the top. It's got a rag over the top so that any pressure, if it was to move, it won't wear out and wear through the or break the ratchet strap. Comes down and around the back and is tightened up here. And I'm using this round bit to put the hook through. Okay, so I think that's a logical safety step. Now the next bit is to undo the U-join and just see what tension is on the L bracket. Okay, so what I've learnt is this is a very good piece of work and well worth doing. When I let go of the bracket, of course, there was no weight holding the roller door, and it did come down a little bit. So by just increasing the height with that ratchet strap, I'm now able to reinstall. See, I can push it up. You might be able to see the pencil mark at the bottom there. There's one at the bottom, one at the top. So I'm able to bring that bracket back up without that L bracket up on the beam there. You know, I'd be looking for plans like get a piece of framing wood and jamming it here and just pushing it in, you know, that way to bring it up. Yeah, I'd be in a little spot of bother, but that's now free hanging. I can remove the bracket and I should be able to put the new motor on. Now I've made sure to mark exactly where the threads are here. Okay, so I can line them up in the same position. And also I've made a better job of marking the bottom there, and also here across this way where it's got to sit. Otherwise I'll have to do a complete realignment and adjust it and spend time getting it to go down properly in the track. So it's working there, so that's how I want to put it back. To release the bracket, I had to bring the back down that way. I had to bring it down that way to get it off the U-joint. So now the motor should just come off. No problem. So I am going to have to just trim a little bit off the edge, say 20-25 millimeters. It will come out far enough, but it won't pass this through this area here. So that'll be okay with that trimmed, just so long as it sits on the rod. So I'll get the old big angle grinder out. Okay, well the big angle grinder disc is pretty well worn out. So I'll use this small one. There's the bracket. Probably from mid-70s to, I'd say maybe this, we'll say this garage was built after the house, right? Right, so 1980. Okay, I've put some grease in there. That's the rotating bit inside. So, okay, installation. Okay, so just before I install, just show that I've got the two rotating contact surfaces on the top of the motor. Okay, one important thing is the height was okay to adjust. The bracket's on now and the bracket's on the mark here. So when you put the grease on the rotating surface inside the motor or in the frame, the thing is that you're going to get grease on the supporting bar. So you need to remove the grease before you put the bracket on. You don't want this to spin. And another thing, you don't want to put too much tension. You don't want to tighten up the bolts too much on this. You can see there's a little bit of damaged thread just above there. So just bear that in mind as well. So this is a 12 volt pneumatic gun, screw gun. Now the full torque of this is a little bit too much. Just maybe tighten it up a bit and then do the rest by hand. Actually, I think the ring spanner might be better. Okay, tighten. So that should be an install. I use this block of wood just to adjust the width there, just to line this up, these bolts up, the U-clamp with the markers there and behind. Okay, so I'll just take my time now and just disassemble everything, take all the ratchet straps off and the block behind there. By the way, I do have double surge protectors on the power point. There you go. See, that nearly broke. Okay, that's why I put the cloth over the top bracket there, because this bore a lot of weight. So I think that's the only area. But next time I'll have to use something more robust. I'm very glad I put the rag over that. So that'll have to go in the bin. Now I'll just make sure that it goes up and down smoothly. I do have to put the cord maybe on the release cord at the bottom there. Okay, so there's the cord, the metal bit. They've made it metal where it rubs past this this rub point here on the plastic. So I'll just put the handle on that one. Okay, I've attached the pull cord. I have pulled it down. It did come down a little bit. There is a warning that says that it can fall rapidly if things go astray or you've lost tension in the spring, which can happen if you back that off. But if it's contained with a ratchet strap, you may not notice, so just be careful. Okay, so the tension is off the door. So now I'll test the cord. Okay, it's got nice action in the locking mechanism. So I'll go ahead and program it now, and I'm pretty sure it's successful work. Okay, now I've programmed the up and down limits. The door is now programmed. So I've got the remote. I'll push the button. So although you want the roller door up as much as possible, you are supposed to be 50 millimeters down from the stopper at the top, the full travel of the door. So now I'm going to test the safety feature. I'm just going to put a block of wood on the ground and it should go back up. Okay, I'll push the remote again for the down position. Okay, now I'll close the door. So far, so good. Okay, now I've purposely set the door travel so that it's loose on the ground, and there's a reason for that. If it's hard on the ground, when you're programming it, you won't be able to release the cord and open the door manually in the event of a fire or an emergency. Okay, so I'm just going to test the release cord. Okay. Okay, so just testing the button on the motor there itself, and you know, that seems to be a good piece of work.